Your Royal Highness and Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great honour and privilege for me today to present Dr. Danil de Namor, Professor Emeritus in our Department of Chemistry for the degree of Doctor of Science at the University of Surrey. Her scientific journey started in her home country of Argentina, where she studied chemistry. She then joined the University of Surrey for her PhD under the supervision of Professor John Salmon. Longer-serving members of the university will remember John with a great deal of affection. Following her PhD, she joined the staff of the Department of Chemistry, first as a research fellow, moving rapidly on to lecturer, reader, and then professor, a post she held until her retirement. For well over a decade, she has been an extremely active emeritus professor. The well-known bon mot, seen inscribed on many coffee mugs around campus, I have to say, including my own, that senior academics never retire, they just lose their faculties, is certainly only half true in Angela's case. She is certainly not retired, and the faculty still has an active emeritus professor with an incisive mind and continues to deliver top-notch research. As many of you will know, the degree of Doctor of Science is a higher doctorate awarded for sustained excellence in scientific research. In the case of Professor Danil de Namor, it is for contributions in the area of the thermodynamics of supramolecular chemistry. The concept of supramolecular chemistry, that is, chemistry beyond the molecule, has been expanded to the formation of self-assemblies, which may form the basis of nanostructures and indeed new materials themselves. One trait that has become clear to me on reviewing her career is that Angela is actually a closet materials scientist at heart. As Professor of Materials Science myself, we have a lot more in common than I thought. Thermodynamics of supramolecular chemistry and its applications, as I've said, is the area of scientific research to which Professor Danil de Namor has contributed a great deal over the last 5 decades. She was working in the field long before the term supramolecular chemistry was in general usage. In fact, the external assessment of her career has stated that she has gone a long way towards defining the field itself, and in terms of today's current activities, she could have submitted a successful DSc portfolio at any point in the current 21st century. Angela's achievements have been recognised by fellowships of professional institutions and societies, and the award of honorary degrees from other universities for her contributions made to the development of chemistry in Latin America. Of course, Angela's rise in chemistry to such current exalted heights would not have been possible without the steadfast and unstinting support of her family. It's a great sadness that her husband, Melly, is not well enough to be with us today, but a great pleasure to welcome her son, Dr. Omar Namor, and her daughter, Cynthia Namor Farhat. She herself should feel very comfortable in this place as she received an MBA from Surrey a few years ago. And of course, the entire Namor families are very welcome at the ceremony. Your Royal Highness, the Chancellor, gives me great pleasure to present Professor Angela Danil de Namor for the degree of Doctor of Science.
In the name of the authority of the University of Surrey, I confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science, and that is all certificate.
Your Royal Highness and Chancellor, I invite Professor Angela Danil de Namor to address the congregation.
Your Royal Highness, the Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council, faculty members, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for such an honor. I feel very privileged today to receive the Doctor of Science degree of the University of Surrey, for which I have a great deal of gratitude for the opportunities given to grow academically to such an extent that when I arrived to this great country and this equally great university, I never thought, I never dreamed that I will be here today sharing with you, graduates, such a distinction. But no man, no woman is an island. And therefore, my first acknowledgement is to Professor John Watts for his invaluable support. No better mentor could I have found, and most grateful to him than words can express. I am also grateful to Professor Jim Lynch to offer support whenever was required. My appreciation also goes to my past and present co-workers in the chemistry department, in the faculty, in the university, and also national and international collaborators. But the backbone of this challenging journey has been my amazing family, particularly my husband, who not only introduced me in the field of chemistry when I was in high school, and he was already in university reading for a degree in chemical engineering, but as he also supported me when I decided to take undergraduate studies at the time that we were parents of two very young children. Graduates, perhaps some of you feel as I did when I started my academic career in Argentina, and I said to one of the professors, I would love to be a professor. And he replies, I would love to be your age. I didn't quite understand his reply back then. I fully understand it now. Graduates, you have a future ahead of you, and you must feel immensely proud of your to get a degree, okay, for your achievement, okay, that is to receive a degree from a university who has not only high academic standards, but is the winner of the National Prize for the Best University Careers and Employability Services in UK, one of the most scientifically and technologically advanced countries in the world. I congratulate you most warmly on your achievement and wish you a very successful future. I'm sure that, like myself, you must feel extremely grateful for this opportunity, to get a degree, for this privilege to get a degree. Because in this world, there are many, many, many who are not privy of such privilege. Now you will start a period of more responsibilities in a competitive world. And then I would like to address some of the issues which were central to my, and they are still central to my core beliefs. Keep in mind that whichever your sphere of work is, in order to make a difference, result must exceed expectations. To do that, you must feel passionate about your work. Conviction and passion will drive you to face challenges, adversity, and obstruction with steadfast determination. Building resilience is very important for this or for any field. Be positive. Be positive even in the face of adversity and obstruction. Remember, these are learning and growing experience which will make you stronger. Knowledge is obviously very useful, but knowledge alone wouldn't help anyone if you are not willing to share it. Supervising research students was and still is the most enjoyable task of my career. I share my knowledge with students, and I was in turn rewarded because I also learn a lot from them. For those of you who are going into an academic career, I advise you not to compromise quality over quality for the sake of publishing exposure. And finally, I will say a few words that your integrity, both academically and professionally within your field, will be the one thing that your audience will be focused on first and foremost. Thank you very much for your attention. Much appreciated.